South Carolina is only one of 17 states involved in a lawsuit that impacts students with disabilities. State House reporter Caroline Jaffa sat down with the Attorney General for the state, Alan Wilson, to ask why South Carolina got involved and what goes on next. It's an interview you'll see only on 7 News.
You may have heard about 504 plans in schools. It's a law that's been around for more than 50 years, and it makes it illegal for any program receiving federal funding like schools to discriminate against a person with disabilities.
Last year, South Carolina joined Texas in a lawsuit that could affect 504 plans. It's part of the Rehabilitation Act, covering students with any physical or mental impairment, limiting major life activities or daily functions, learning disability, chronic illness, and mental health conditions.
I've had members of my staff with children that received the accommodations under Section 504.
Last year, President Joe Biden expanded the term disability to include gender dysphoria, prompting several states to sue the federal government. President Donald Trump signed an executive order to erase President Biden's change to the law. South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson says by entering the lawsuit, he never wanted to get rid of Section 504, just President Biden's changes.
I would never support anything that would jeopardize that. And to the families out there who were concerned or having any anxiety, rest assured that Section 504 will remain intact.
But President of Able SC, Kimberly Tissot, says the Attorney General did not read the complaint fully before signing on. She says in one section of the complaint, it states that Section 504 would be declared unconstitutional.
They were willing to sign on to this lawsuit and take a whole population down.
Attorney General Wilson says the states involved in the lawsuit are communicating next steps.
We don't like it when someone amends federal law through executive fiat and expands the scope of a disability to be something that the law specifically excluded when it was drafted in the early 1970s.
But Tissot says the disability community needs the states to take action now and take South Carolina off the lawsuit.
I encourage him to do that today. If he wants to continue to be an ally for the disability community, which I know he is, we need him to remove South Carolina immediately. And with his leadership, he can influence other states.
In Columbia, Caroline Jaffa, 7 News.
As of today, South Carolina is still named in the lawsuit. Attorney General Wilson says the 17 states are talking about terminating the complaint because of President Trump's executive order.